Today I'm out at Kings Mountain State Park. I'm going to be walking the 8.9 mile, they call it the CCC Trail. It's supposed to take about 3.5 hours to walk the trail. So come along with me today as we get started on this trail, and I'll give you some information about it as we get further down the trail. Trail starts out here in the parking area at the Kings Mountain State Park Living History Farm. We're going to be heading down that way. I have my AllTrails map on. I'll be taking some screenshots as we go along the trail. I'm going to give you some more information about this trail, but this is the parking area. I'm going to come back here and do a video one day of the Living History Farm, but that's the parking area over there. So we're going that way. This is the trail that comes from the other parking area. Some hikers coming up that way, so I don't want to get them on the video. So we're going to go this way. And this trail is a loop. So we're going to be going to the left. I think once we get past, some more shots of the backside of the living farm over here. They call it the CCC Trail. It's the Civilian Conservation Corps. It was developed by President Roosevelt after the war to put people back to work, and he started creating national parks. There's supposed to be some old encampments up here, and that's where we're headed first. This trail actually goes around York Lake. I drove down there earlier to the boat ramps. I don't see any trails real close to the lake, so once we get down closer to the lake, maybe we could see the lake. Sometimes these maps aren't very accurate or visual. I don't know how do you say it. Let me check and see where we actually start this trail, because we're walking down the road. And some pretty cool areas. I want to walk the top of Brown, I don't know if it's Brown or Browns Mountain, and I like to do an overnighter there. That's like, what is it, 3 miles up, 3 miles back down off the trail, but it's got a camping area up there. I've been up there several times. So I'm gonna come back. We'll probably do several videos at Kings Mountain over the summer, and then there's some other places I like to go to, but might have to end up going up in the Western Virginia and West Virginia and down in Georgia in order to find some good hiking areas, because everything's either torn up because of the storm or it's on fire right now. So let me continue on and then see where it takes us. We're coming up to where the trail starts. I took a screenshot of the AllTrails. You can see where it crosses the road. It's got an orange marking. The color on the map is orange. There's another marking there. We're going this way. We're going to try to complete this loop within 3 hours, because every time I come out and I video for these trails, it usually takes me 1 or 2 hours longer. But I just want to show you this sign up here, or the marker of the trail is orange. We're going to be going that way. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to try to get the view. This right here, it's in blue. I have another map where all of this leading into the national park is all in black, and it's all closed off. We're going to be running that trail right there. It's yellow on here, but it's an orange marker. So let's get started. Another marker. Just want to get a shot of the trail. It's not a very wide trail. I've read some comments on the AllTrails map. There's some areas that are pretty messed up because of the horses. If you've watched some of my other videos where I've walked some horse trails, you'll know what I'm talking about, where it gets dug in and it gets real muddy. You just have to step off the side. You usually find a hiker's trail that's off to the side of the regular horse trail. So we're going to keep going. I've been hiking Kings Mountain trails, oh, I don't know, probably over 15 years. I've lived here in Kings Mountain for almost 21. I have never hiked this trail. I have always hiked the other trail, the 16-mile loop. I've done that 16-mile loop with my children. Wow, 20 sometimes I've done that. I used to do it once or twice a week with my daughter Brianna back in, I think it was 2015. We were hiking. We would do that. I've gone up to the Brown, I don't know if it's Brown's Mountain or Brown Mountain, but that's closed off right now. And if you do that, that adds an extra 6 miles because it's 3 miles up and 3 miles back down on that mountain. Like I said, I've been out here hiking Kings Mountain. I have some favorite spots. I'm going to go on the other side. I took some video last year when I first started my channel, and I wasn't very good at doing videos, but I have some of that still on my camera. So I'm going to go back and reshoot a lot of that footage from the first time I came out here and I was walking the 16-mile trail. I just went up to the 5-mile marker. It's a nice little camping area. You can cross the creek, and I would turn around and come back. So I'm going to reshoot that video. I'll probably have several videos. I'll probably make a series out of this Kings Mountain one like I did with the Croft Park. So I'm going to continue hiking, and I'll get back with you when I get further up the trail. So welcome back to my channel. My name is Daniel, and on this channel I love hiking. That's why the channel is called Hiking to Retirement. I like to go backpacking, hiking. I like a lot of history, so I'm going to do a lot of videos about a lot of historical places and things that that's happened around where I live. So if you like backpacking and hiking and a lot of American history, then this is the channel for you. So I also have a Facebook group with the same name, so if you've done any hiking or gone out on any adventures, go ahead and post stuff on there. Join the group. It's free. So if you have any suggestions for any good hikes, or if you want to go along with me on a couple of these trails, just leave a comment down below and let me know. Let me know what stuff you'd like to see from this channel in the future. Help me grow this channel. I'm going to continue on for now. See what we can find. Wanted to give you a weather report. It's 66 degrees outside. I'm walking into the sunlight right now, so I'm walking east. It's supposed to be a high of 76 today. We're not supposed to get any rain till this evening, so it's one of the reasons why I want to get on and off this trail. And I know some of you from Florida are saying, 76, that's not very hot. We get up into the 90s. I know. I'm from Florida, and I know how hot it can get down there. But 76 is still pretty warm out here, walking over 8 miles. Wanted to show you what they were talking about in the comments is where the horses used to go through here. Video probably doesn't show it that great, but it's a mud pit. And like I said, I've been on many horse trails. There's always a little hiking path that goes around it, but it's dry out here today. We're expecting some rain. They say we're going through a drought. I don't know how that's possible. Here's another muddy area, and I'm just going to walk around it. I said I don't know how that's possible that we're having a drought when we had a cyclone come through, a tropical storm come through. We've had rain just about every day, but we're dry now. There's fires going on in western North Carolina. They're headed this way. Don't know if they're going to contain them before they get to us. I was worried that some of these trails in Kings Mountain might not be open because they have closed off a lot of stuff on the western side of the state. Just trying to navigate through here. It's just a bunch of roots. It's just a low area where the water runs off is where the horse mud is at. So let me turn the camera around again. Another spot there. Like I said, it's just trails off to the side. They call this a moderate trail. You just got to be careful because there is a lot of roots out here and the trail isn't very wide. It's just a narrow footpath, clearly marked as far as the markers on a tree, and then you have no trouble seeing the path. I mean, I'll show you the path up there, the trail I should say, clearly marked. You could see it. Continuing on. Coming up to, looks like a camping area, maybe a picnic area. Trail goes that way. There's the signs. So, I don't know if this is what they were talking about, the old conservation camp that was, there's a couple of them out here along the trail. They said you could see remnants of it, but we're going to be going down across in that. I don't know if they call that a creek, tributary, or whatever. So we're headed down. Only walked about 1.5 miles for the 8 miles. It says I got 3 hours left, so videoing takes a little while. We're gonna come down here and we're gonna end up crossing this creek right here. Oh, they're right. They were talking about how deep that is right there, but it looks like you could cross right here across the rocks. Don't know what happened to the timing of me crossing that creek. So I'm gonna leave it like that. It's good footage, slow motion. And if I would have fallen in, it would have made for a good video. So it wasn't hard to cross the rocks. So continuing on, looks like we're going up a uphill. It's probably coming up to that top of the plateau up here. Let me check the map, see where we're at. Made it to looks like the old camps that were out here. They showed 2 on the map. It's a picnic table out here. Let's see what this first sign has to say. Maybe it's a map. It's a map, but it's real dirty. You're not gonna be able to see much. These are the Conservation Corps camps. Trail goes that way. That's an old road. Let's see what this sign has to say. Oh, it's a building parks, building men, CCC Camp MP1. Stone rooms before you are the remains of the Kings Mountain Civilian Conservation Corps camp. This 1930s program created jobs for unemployed young men, putting them to work fighting erosion and wildfire, restoring forests and buildings of the state park. So I'm assuming we're at Camp Hawthorne. I don't see a placard. I don't know if you can see that because the sun's behind me. Need to zoom out a little bit. I had to stop the video because when I download these videos, they're more than 4 minutes long. It's like it's hard to get them to upload. So I'm assuming the road came through here somewhere and went down that way where we're headed. I'll see if I can find more information about Camp Hawthorne. I think that's what they called it. Camp Hawthorne. It operated from 1935 to 1937. Consisted of several barracks, a mess hall, shower, toilet facilities, supervisor quarters, workshop, classrooms, and other buildings. The stone towers are part of the gates and guard post at the entrance of the camp. They stand as silent reminders of the difficult but hopeful times. So we're going to continue on down the trail. Looks like we're coming to the possibly the second encampment for the Conservation Corps. This place is to tie up the horses out here. Horses couldn't go up the road right there. Let's see if the map is clean. Let me get a picture of it. That's a little better. It's hard to see it. Let's go see what this sign has to say. Horses can't go that way. Horses can't go that way. I think they go that way, but that's where the trail goes, but I'm not sure. That leads out to a major road. You see the wall. It's like there used to be a road going that way. See which camp. This is Camp SP7. The location of Camp SP7 is Civilian Conservation Corps camp that built Kings Mountain State Park during the 1930s. That's what this camp looked like. You see how far I've walked? It's like you think we're out in the middle of nowhere. And then they have cars that drive up. Like I said, right up here, I think they call it Morton Road or Moton Road, M-O-T-O-N. You go straight up there and there's a road. You might hear a couple cars going by. Horses can't go that way, but the trail's marked this way, so this is where we're headed. Coming up the trail over here to the left, is the end of the state park, but somebody owns that land over there. It's private land. I don't know if you can see the buildings. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Can you hear the rooster? Trail goes this way, so we're going to continue on. Still following the AllTrails map. Trails marked. We'll just keep going. Just over 2 miles in. Might have to make this a 2-part video. Let's see how far I can get. Got some commitments I got to get to. Yeah, something to do. I got to be off the trail and back home by 3 o'clock today. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to complete this trail, or we just we'll get as far as we can, and we'll end up doing a part 2. But yeah, that road's called MOTON, and I know you can get onto this trail from that road. There's also a little small trail that runs alongside that road. So you can hear the rooster. So I'm gonna keep going. I took a screenshot of the AllTrails. I got on the power line road. It's more of a straight path. That trail is just winding. Looks like it's eating up a lot of time. So there's a lot of horses out here. It's dry. You see the power poles. This thing goes for a little ways and it comes back down to the trail. It'll save some time. Like I said, I might have to get off this trail and come back and do a part 2, but I don't see where there's any way to get off this trail yet. So let me check the map and see how far I have to go down. Told you I'd find it. Crosses the path right there. So I saved some time. Now this is supposed to go down towards a lake. That's where we would have come from. I just came up that power line trail. Now we're going this way. Did take a screenshot, so I'll pop it up and I'll show you. There. Continuing on. I'm gonna follow this a little ways, and then I'm gonna save some more time and hop off the trail again. Get on Apple Road. It's a straighter shot down Apple Road. Go down to where they park the horses. They park the horse trailers, and they can get on the trail from there. I'll get back on the trail at that point. I know that area because on the other trail that we come in from the other side, that's the 4-mile marker for us. So we always go there. It's a 4-mile marker on the other trail. So instead of going back on that trail, I'll just hop on the CCC Trail and follow it on back out to the Living Farm parking area. So just under 4 miles. So got a pretty good pace going. I might be able to walk the whole thing, get out of here at a decent time. There isn't any roads to jump on to walk off here. There's one on the other side of the lake, but I'd have to walk around the lake to get to it. I'm just going to keep traveling on. Come up here to a crossroads. There's a green trail. All right, let's look at the map. Green trail cuts across. So it'll save some time. This is the part of the trail this way. You see this? This goes back around. It's the longer route. You see the sign for the parking lot. That's where we're headed. So you got the cut through trail, which is green, and then you have the regular CCC trail, which goes that way. We're going to cut through on the green trail to save some time. So we're headed that way. Going uphill, found another sign. These are where these two trails come together. These maps are dirty. I don't know if you can see that. But right here, Poplar Point Trail comes together. And we'll follow it all around. We got to go all the way back up to here. So we're doing good. We're going to go that way, follow the white and orange trail. Get a little closer so you can see the sign. Markings. So we're going that way. Trail still looks the same. Narrow trail, bunch of roots, some low spots where the horses walked through and made some mud. So just continue on. Still following the trail, but I see a sign up here, and I also see the map. See, we're headed towards the parking lot. Let me get a little bit closer. See, that takes you to the parking lot. And that continues on down the trail. I know up here I wanted to break off the trail, go see where we're at on the map. I don't know if you can see this or not, but we're right here. We're going to get on Apple Road, follow Apple Road up, and then get back on the trail and wind on around till we get back here. So we're going to get over here, get on Apple Road, go on back up, and get back on the trail over here. So we're going to go that way. Coming up to Apple Road, I'm going to get on Apple Road just to save some time. It's called emergency cutout number 3. But you can see that a horse sign, and then there's the trail. Apple Road's just a dirt road. I'm going to do a video one day where I just walk down this road to see where it goes. But this is where the other trail goes that way on the map. I'll take a screenshot. I took a screenshot of where we were at just a minute ago. I'll take a screenshot here, but this is Apple Road. So we're going to go that way towards the horse parking lot, and we'll get back on the CCC Trail. I got off of Apple Road on an old road, and you can see it. Can't even tell it's a road anymore, but on the map, I took a screenshot of it. Decided to cut across country just to see where this road would take me. And it's bringing me right out to the entrance to the where the boat ramp is. I was just here this morning when I checked out the boat ramp. I wish they would maintain some of these old roads. They're on the map. They were roads at one time that people used. Oh, it's an old logging road, fire road. Somebody's house was out here. I'm gonna go that way one day. Road dead ends. I guess it follows along the lake. I don't see any trails that lead around the lake. That makes no sense. I got this big old lake out here, and there's no trails that lead around it. Let me flip this back around. Lake York fishing area. I said I went down there this morning in the car. I'm gonna go back up this way, up the road, to the parking area at the Living Farm. Well, I got back up on the trail and we're coming close to the end of it now, where I'm going to get back on the road and head back to the parking area. You see the trail's still the same, bunch of rocks and roots. Whoop, almost fell over there. Still walking on the trail, almost back to the road. Just go around this little corner right here, and then the road's right at the top of this little hill. Coming back up to the road. You remember at the beginning of the video, I showed you where we had come down that road, and we had gone that way. So we looped all the way around. We came back out on this side. There's the crossing area on the road. So it's a little ways up the road is the parking lot where the Living Farm is at. I'm gonna come back here one day and walk around the farm, videotape it. Then I want to walk the some of the other trails. I know there's some small waterfalls. Well, thank you for coming along with me today as we hiked this trail. I took quite a few detours. The trail is just a long, windy trail, so I got off on an old logging road or maybe an old farm road or something. So thank you for coming along with me today. And if you like these type of videos, please like, subscribe, and share this on your social media. Leave a comment down below and tell me what you liked about this video and what other maybe some suggestions about other areas that you want me to hike in the future. So again, thank you for coming along with me today. Remember, lace up your boots. You're only one step away from your next adventure. Get out there, get hiking, get out of the city. That's what these parks are made for. That's what the Conservation Corps was created, to create these parks for us to enjoy and to preserve them, so they can't build on them and destroy them like they're doing with all the other farmland around me. So thank you, and God bless.